Okay, another project I'm going to do is a couple of just scrap pieces of wood, blocks of wood. I'm going to start out by just painting them black, just a flat acrylic black. About like so. Well, I can do the side here, I guess. Then I'll get the bottom. And then we're going to do some other colors. I'm going to do kind of a chartreuse color, maybe magenta, I guess it is, and kind of a seafoam green, and one with maybe a little yellow. Kind of switch them up. And then I'm going to kind of sand some areas, and so just some of the color will peek through. On top of it all, I'm going to do white. So we'll see how things peek through at the end. Hopefully it'll turn out kind of cool, and then we'll put on our saying on the top of it. Okay, so these are dry. I did the bottoms of them, and I'm going to start with this magenta color. It's just acrylic, and I'm not going to put it on, everywhere. I'm just going to do some splashes, I think, here and there, maybe a little bit more. I like this color a lot. Okay. I think I'll do it on the other one too. Okay. All right. I'm going to put a little bit of this green. It's aqua green, it's called, I guess. Artist Loft is the brand. I don't want too much on here. Go a little bit. Although, I guess it's probably okay. Okay, do that. Debating if I want a little yellow instead of green on this one. Let's do it just for something different. This is a light yellow, Naples yellow. So let's just give this a little try. Might be kind of pretty. Let it dry. When it dries, I'm going to cover it with some white chalk paint. And then at that point, we will do some sanding. See if we can get some of these colors to show through. Probably have a little touch up. Just a light coat. It doesn't need to be thick. I did a little thicker than I would have liked, but hey, that's all right. Everyone turns out its own little unique way, so. More than that, so. Whoop. Just trying to use up an old small chalk paint, otherwise I'd have it out on my plate here. Okay, a little bit more maybe. I'm thinking, there. Okay, all right, that's pretty good. I actually will probably touch up the sides with my black. I just wanted it to go straight on the top, not along the sides. So I'll touch that up, no big deal, but okay. I'm gonna let that dry, and then I will get my sayings ready. Well, I'll do some sanding first. Gotta find my block sander, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I've gotten the white, just plain chalk paint. I'm going to sand a little bit of this. Typically, I use a foam sand blocker. However, I just realized my last one bit the dust. So I'm just using some fine grit. Just to sand a few spots here and there. A little bit of green up here. Kind of think I'd like a little bit more, but actually that might be all right. I think I'll leave it for now. Well, this one had the yellow, so there's a little bit of yellow coming through. Actually, I think I like the green a little better. But we'll see when it's done. I think I'm going to leave it. I think those will look really good when I get the words on. So I'm going to, these are just a little bit tacky. I sometimes get a little bit in a hurry, but I think I'll let them dry the rest of the way, figure out how I'm going to put on my wording. I've got those ready to go, but I don't want to do that until this is dry. So I will let this dry and I'll put on my words and we'll go from there. Okay, everything's dry, so here's my blocks again. And I've got two sayings here. Count it all joy, James 1:2. Put that one up there maybe. And the Lord himself will fight for you. Stay calm, Exodus 14:14. Let's see. Just deciding which one should go where. I guess we'll do this. Once again, they're printed on my printer, on just regular printer paper backwards. So, figure out exactly where to put them so they're straight. Right about there. So, once again, I'm using Mod Podge. And I'm just going to take and do a light coat on this. So I just want to cover it up. Not the best brush. Let's try another one. Okay. Cover up all the letters. Not a real heavy coat. Now, this is the part where we want to get it on nice and even. I eyeball it. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. Looks pretty good. Okay. Now, we want to just rub it really well on there. Make sure you get all of the bubbles and rumples and everything out. So, it's rubbed well. Things on there. Ready to go. Put that up aside. Now, got the other one here. I think we'll put it right there. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. Okay. All right. Now, let's see if we can get this one on here straight. I like the colors coming through on this one. All right, there it is. So we're going to leave these to dry overnight, 24 hours is best. So we will see how they look tomorrow. I'm anxious to see. All right. It's been about 24 hours, so I am now going to try and get this little saying off. Hopefully it all transferred well. So I've got a little wet paper towel. You can use a little sponge or a paper towel. Just, you don't want it real wet. A little bit more maybe. And you just want to, a little more. Not too much. That was probably too much. You just want to really lightly rub it. eventually the paper will start coming apart, or coming off. Kind of see it. Coming off. So you just continue to work that. Just very gently. It's starting to come off more and more. Got a little wet there, and so then it started smudging a little bit, so you kind of got to back off and go lightly and be careful. But otherwise, came out pretty good. I just said I need to touch that up or redo that, but there you have it. If you can see it very well, and I'll do the next one.